Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with Pucho. Today, I want to talk about relationships. Um, what consists, what's the most important elements in a relationship? Uh, well, first, you have to have a couple, and then after that, they have to really like each other and appreciate each other as friends, best friends, and respect each other, acknowledge each other, and show each other an affection level of such intensity and happiness to get into a relationship. Now, all those things are natural, spiritual, um, emotional, beautiful, romantic, loving and caring and sweet and happy. But in this world, there's a problem, a big problem for both men and women. Number one would be acceptance in the view of society. Like, for example, does that guy work or not? Does that guy have a car or not? Does that guy have a house or not? Does that guy have a college education or not? Is he acceptable by the woman's parents? Like, can she take him to dinner and introduce him to her parents and feel secure and safe and happy and accepted and have him accepted to be with her? Mm, tough, right? I mean, like that guy works a regular job. I don't know. He works cleaning garbage in the street for DPW, or he's a writer and he's trying to get out there, or he's currently unemployed but worked all his life and he's just having a bad stretch and he's just trying to get back. But he still lives by himself and has his own little place and all that stuff. Doesn't have a car, doesn't drive because of this, and that, or has a car, but his car is just an old 1985 Toyota, right? And then she takes him to dinner, and their parents are like, "So, what do you do for a living?" Dun, 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 dun. Well, I used to do this and that, but currently I'm unemployed and I'm trying to get. He already got a flag right there by the parents. Okay, do you drive? Yeah, I have a car. The father asks, "What kind of car do you have?" "I love cars." But that's bullshit. He has no idea about anything about cars. He may like a certain car, like a certain brand, right? And then the guy says, "I have a 1985 Toyota." Dun 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 dun. Strike two. If you don't have a Mercedes or a BMW or an Acura, disqualified. "Did you go to college?" "Yes, but I only went there for 2 years and never finished because I didn't have enough money to finish and like the loan was too much and I just finished paying it off." Dun 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 dun. Strike three. So they try to make it nice, like, yeah, yeah, well, yeah, 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 yeah. And then when the guy leaves, they tell the girl, we don't want you with this guy. This guy is no good for you. He has no future. He's not working. He's driving a Toyota 1985 for crying out loud. Whew. Just imagine what they say, right? And then in reality, this is the only guy that ever treated her perfect, with perfect respect, with perfect appreciation, with perfect love, according to her standards, because there's no such thing as perfect, but you know what I mean. And she's so happy with him. She loves everything about him. He writes her poetry. Their love making is amazing. Like, not like, like amazing in the sense of, oh, he lasts long or whatever. I mean amazing, like, even if it lasts 2 minutes, is like the most awesome connection spiritually that you could have, right? And then she's heartbroken, she's torn. Her parents do not accept him. Now, how is this relationship going to work when her parents don't accept him? Even though he is like the most perfect in her view, regardless of his situation. Oh, what ethnicity are you? Puerto Rican. Dun 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 dun. Strike five. Like, no, 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 no. Puerto Ricans, they know them because they don't treat their women right, because they cheat on them or they hit them or whatever. Same thing with black people. It's a big stereotype. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, and they known for not having money and nothing like that. They never prosper that much, and like whatever. You need to go with a white guy that has money, that's a lawyer or a doctor, will accept that. Or like a black guy that's has money and is a doctor, or he's an athlete in the NBA or something, or a movie star, or like an architect, not just a regular guy. No, 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 no. And if you have the option of having an architect that's Puerto Rican and an architect that's white, go for the white guy. The white guy's the safer bet. Stuff like that. Nothing against white people. I am not racist at all. I love everybody, all my brothers and sisters through God, the same way. I love all kinds of women in the sense of, like, I don't discriminate. White, Asian, African, German, Polish, Russian, Spaniard, Brazilian, whatever, Egyptian, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't discriminate. I just look at what's inside here, which is the heart, and the way they act, and the way they treat me. And of course, if she's beautiful to me in my eyes, because everybody has their preference, beautiful in your own eyes, like, that's it. That's all I ask for. Like, a relationship is supposed to be like love, truthfulness, unconditional love, regardless of what. A love that is everlasting. A love that is true and pure and respectful. Uh, that it doesn't matter what you have or what you don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like, you built to work on it together. You know? Like, so many of our ancestors came over here alone or as couples, and they did everything together and struggled and did everything together, had their kids, got their grandkids, survived, made everything work because of one thing. Well, two things: love, true unconditional love and support for each other, and they believe in God. They have faith in God, in a higher power that will bless and help them. You know, this is not religion specific. This is just like the whole world believes in God, like, well, not the whole world, but the majority. And God is God. No need to label it in any single way. Just God, you know? So, a relationship is very hard nowadays because of things like that, and it's been going around since probably the, I don't know, 60s, 70s, or something like that. I don't know. And it's gotten worse with social media. Like, oh, he doesn't have the right haircut. He doesn't have the right shoes. Oh, he doesn't have the right car. Like, oh, no, 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 no. He's not into going on Instagram or nothing like that. He's not into social media. No, 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 no. Disqualified. Dun, 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 dun. Strike six. So, if people are brainwashed on this ideology of what a relationship should be, that's ridiculous. I saw this video on YouTube with this woman reading a letter from a woman, and it's all about relationships and about single women that have dating accounts and stuff like that. And this woman sent her a letter saying, an email saying, I did this, I went to college, I got this, and I got a car, and I got this house, and I have all these things, and I'm 40 something years old, and I still look damn good for my age, and I will not settle for less. I want a guy that has exactly the same, that has the same um, uh, education, car, that has a house just like I do, etc., etc., etc. What does that have to do with love? So I was happy to see that this woman, the one that has her YouTube account, replied to her on the email. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's the reason why you're single and how you're going to be sad and lonely and old for the rest of your life, because you over here demanding things. Like, if you're really looking for love, look for love. I bet you had the right guy in your face all this time, and you just ignored him and denied him and went with these other guys and gave him a little piece of booty, gave him the sex, gave him this, gave him that, and then he left you when you knew that you had the right guy in front of you. But just because he was doesn't without the same education, without a car or whatever, you just completely ignored him and went for the guy with all the money and whatever. Well, guess what? Those guys that you're looking for, that have those things that you're looking for, they could be in their 50s, they could be in their 60s, they could be in their 70s. And they're going to go for what? Girls that look way better than you, that are in their 20s, way younger and smoother and sexier. You know why? Because those women just want those type of guys, the rich guys, the guys that have the car, the guys that are doctors, the guys that have a BMW. You know, that's what they want. So they give it up to them and they go with them. So why would a guy like that around your age range and even way older go for a woman like you in your 40s when they could get a girl in her 20s? Your time is up because of your demands. You still have a little chance to humble yourself and actually pay attention to a good hearted man, regardless of his status, as long as he's a good hearted man and will respect you and love you and work hard to take care of you, regardless if one of his paychecks is like 10 cents of your paycheck. So, boom. And she told her like that, woman to woman. This world is all messed up when it comes to relationships. But this conversation is not over. I gotta make the video short because if not, it's not gonna let me post it. For some reason, I'm having problems with that right now. But I'm gonna do another one, and I'm gonna continue with reciting my poetry and all that stuff, and my dreams and experiences with the out of body experiences and spiritual realm and all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Please help me out here, help a brother out, and subscribe and like. And see you soon at Conversations with Pucho.